Welcome. I'm Susan Roberti, and let's talk tail waggers. I have a lovely show today. It's one of my favorite shows. It's just me and you. And I really and truly love this one. This is my summer show I do in June to let everybody know about extra care for their pets in the summertime. But before I get started, I would like to say thank you to my cameraman. Thank you, Dave. And I would like you to know that BPTV is all volunteers, and you are more than welcome to come up and do a show, learn how to use cameras, or go out on a field trip with us, or just come up and visit. It's a wonderful little corner of the world. So, let's get started. Summertime, as we all know, are very hard on the elderly and the sick, but also for our animals, and especially our cats and dogs. Deer and feral cats and birdies or whatever, they're kind of in tuned and made, they're wild and they're made to be out amongst the trees and the bushes and the fields. But our cats and dogs and birds that are in the house aren't. And we are the main caretakers, so sometimes we forget what's important for them. So today I would like to talk about, and please excuse my voice, today I would like to talk about water, water, water. Water is one of the most important things for our pets in the summertime. It's so very important for you to change their water 2 or 3 times a day. The water in the house, or if you have water outside, but it's not too good to have them outside in the heat of the day. But if you'd like to, maybe put some ice cubes in it, to make it extra cool for them. It's just, it's very hard for them. And they cannot sweat. They do not sweat like we do. They have no perspiration, no sweat that comes out through their body, just through their tongue. And it's very, very hard when you're taking them out for a walk. And this is the one part I think that really upsets me sometimes, when I see the great big black dogs, or the little black dogs, or the brown dogs, any of the colored, dark colored dogs walking in noontime or 11 o'clock or in the afternoon. It's very hard for them because their dark color absorbs the sunlight, as if you would be wearing a dark color under the sun. It would absorb it faster than the white color. And sometimes when I'm driving along and I'll look over, and I know that people don't think of this, but I feel so bad for the big guys or the little guys that are walking because they're trying so hard to keep up with you. And I know that I can't stop and say anything to you because I don't want to hurt your feelings or upset you because a strange woman's coming up to you. So please, please, only walk them in the cool of the morning and the cool of the evening. And if it's really necessary for you to take them out in the heat of the day, try to find a shady place to walk them. Another very important thing is their feet. If you cannot stand on a hot road, walk comfortably on the cement or any a hard surface. It's hard for them too. It really, really hurts their pads. Some people think they're invincible. Their little pads are, but they're not. They're very sensitive, and it warns them when they're walking different places what's there, so that they know to go this way or go to the left. Might save their life. The tender feelings that they have in the bottom of their feet and their pads. So please, please keep them up on the grass. they love you, and they will go anywhere that you want them to go. But it's very hard on them. The heat goes in through pads, comes up through their legs, and comes up and radiates through the body with the heat coming down from the sun onto their body. And the only place they can cool themselves is through their tongue. So it's very important to try to keep them in the shade as much as possible.
Hello everyone, I am Fiore, host and producer of Outtakes with Fiore here on BPTV, and it's not going to be too long. Short period of weeks before Outtakes celebrates its 500th episode. Now, in the research I've done, 500th episode is going to be a milestone not only for BPTV, but also for film review shows all across the nation. And we'd like you to be a part of it. If you've been a fan of the show for a good number of years, or if you've been a recent fan, we're inviting you to be part of the 500th episode show. All you need to do is give station director Dave Cable a call at this number, 412-831-3304. That's 412-831-3304, and you can come down to the studio and make your own taped greeting that will be part of the 500th episode. I know I'm going to be there. It's a milestone. Why don't you be part of it too? Call Dave Cable today at 412-831-3304.
Keeping their eyes clean, your kitty cats and your dogs. It's very important to do that too. Sometimes their tear ducts are wrong when they're born, and they're tilted a little bit, and they have running eyes. And it's very important every day when you get up in the morning or in the afternoon when you think of it, to take either your hand, and I know sometimes it's gooey, or a cloth, and go up. Don't come down. You want to go up and lift that fur up and clean and dry that area. If you don't, and then in the beginning they won't like it because it's something new, and you have to slowly introduce your pet to everything in their life, and doing it kindly with patience and love really works well. And after a while they won't pull away, they'll rather enjoy the feeling, but they will get sores, which are called ulcers, and sores there, and that can become infected and very, very hard to heal. So that's a very important thing to do. In the summertime especially, because of the heat, their eyes will tear. And taking care of their teeth. It's very expensive today, I know, to take care of your pet's teeth. So when you get a puppy, because I guess it's when they get older, if with patience and love, if you start on one tooth and work to another tooth, and taking a wash rag with a little bit of toothpaste on it and rubbing and going slowly, eventually you can get them an older dog that you can clean their teeth. But if you get a pet, your little puppy or a kitty cat, start doing that when they're young, cleaning their teeth, or even with a toothbrush. I have some of my lady customers that clean their pets with their teeth of the pet, and it's really, really works out well if you start up when they're young. Because today, getting their teeth clean is $1,000 or more. But after they're 5 years old, it's very, very necessary to have it done. It can cause many diseases, liver, kidney diseases. If they get an abscess tooth, their little face will swell up like ours, and you have to have that tooth removed. So if you're going to be getting a pet, try a little one, try in the beginning. And, you know, so many people will say to me, we tried that and he just won't let us do it. He will, or she will. They will. It's just, you have to. I groomed dogs all my life since I was a little kid. And it just takes time and patience. Love and patience. And the feeling of happiness that you will receive when you start to groom your dogs or kitty cats correctly will make you feel so good, because as time goes on each day, if you take 5 or 10 minutes to try to do this, and do it gently, and if they say no, then put down 7 minutes, and that's how long I'm going to try to do this. The rewards are never ending when you can sit down and say, come on, baby, and they'll come over. Come on, Mommy's going to clean your teeth, or Mommy's going to brush you. And brushing is also so very important, especially in the summertime. They shed and shed and shed, as a lot of you out there know. And that becomes matted, and that is a problem. It gets stuck to the skin. They don't get any air in their skin. It gets wet when it goes outside or on a humid day underneath that matting, and that will cause skin disease. So when you get your pup or your kitten start, and I know they'll wiggle and everything, you don't have to use a wire brush. That is not necessary at all. If you go to the dollar store and get a brush for yourself, the plastic teeth that has the round tips on them, and you start when they're little and sit them on your lap, and you start brushing upwards, not brushing down. Because when you brush down, you brush the hair down and in. When you brush up or comb up, because you can comb too, that lifts the hair up and out. So you want to start at the back of the neck and brush up, 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 till you come to the bottom of the tail. Then go on the sides and come up from underneath and around, and you will see how much hair that you lift out of your pet. How much happier he is or she is, and how much happier you are when you see them, when you put them down, and how they shine. There's oil glands all underneath their skin. And when you massage those with a comb or a brush, and it just brings all that good oils up out of their skin, and it's just a wonderful, kind thing to do. Bird baths. If you are a bird lover and you have bird baths in your yard, please, please change the water every day, or at least check it. It evaporates very quickly this time of the year, but there will always be something in the bottom, and then you forget and you go outside. The bird poop, and that's the only way I can say it, is very dangerous for wildlife and for your dogs and your cats. If they drink that, there is a virus in there that just will go through them in 24 hours. That's it. Very seldom they can be saved. Please, it's very important to go out with your hose or a bucket and just splash that water out every day and put some fresh stuff in, or at least every other day. But don't depend on the rain to come along and fill your bird bath up, because we live so close together today, and it's so very dangerous. And by the time they're sick and you get them to the veterinarian, believe me, 99% of the time, they're not going to be able to help them.
Hi, my name is Sarah.
And I'm Denise, and we're here at the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society.
We are here to tell you about our Girl Scout Gold Award project.
As you can see, these animals are very lovable, but there's a problem here at the Humane Society.
They do not have enough wet food to give to their animals.
And that's where you guys come in.
We are asking for your help through a generous donation to the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society. At this time, we have collected over 1,000 cans and donated them to the Humane Society, but they still need more. These animals need their food so they can continue to have healthy, full lives before they are adopted out to a loving home.
Another way you can help out is by adopting an animal from the shelter.
Thank you for your time and attention, and I hope that you have the consideration to remember the animals at the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society.
Today when I was leaving, came in the mail from the Bethel Park Police Department, and they are asking us, please do not feed the deer, feral cats, and other wildlife. We really do have an abundance of deer. And the reason I feel is that we in Bethel have built homes and homes and homes and homes, and we have really taken a lot of their territory away, and it's becoming very hard for them. It's becoming a problem, and they will attack your dog. And if you have a beautiful, beautiful backyard and you see the deer way up there in the background, in the springtime, when the mummies have their babies, your dog being tied outside will be a threat to their baby. So it's very important when you tie your dog out, please stay out with it and don't go, oh, I've never seen a deer around here or whatever. I have had so many people tell me about the horrible, horrible times that they were in the kitchen and they heard their dog scream and they run outside and it's a deer attacking the dog, and their baby is there. And the mama deer, or she'll come after you too. But please, in the springtime, kind of stay close outside to your dog when you tie him outside in the morning. Feral cats are very sad. They're very, very sad. And I have done shows over and over about feral cats. People, when they don't want them, especially like up on Industrial Boulevard, we have so many up there. And Mr. Roberti feeds them all through the winter. And there's a couple other people up there too. But don't put food out for them because you're going to bring them closer and closer and closer. And I know you feel very bad for them. But in the summertime, they have plenty to eat. They go find their own food. If you want to do them a favor, you could call the Washington Area Humane Society. This is in the fall or in the winter when it gets very, very cold. They will give you a cage and explain to you what to do. And you can put that out. And most of the time, if you put the cage out and down in the back, we're in a quiet place, and you put like tuna fish or something like that in it, that smell travels forever, they will come to it and get caught in the cage, and you can take them to the Washington Area Humane Society. I'm not positive, but they used to have, you'd have to call and ask, they used to have a program that if you caught them, you could bring them down and they will anesthetize them. They will clean their feet, check them for any sores, anything that it would endanger their lives. They give them shots for rabies and whatever. And when that's done, then they call you. You go down and pick them up, and then you can come home and let them out. Because that way they won't multiply if it's a female. And you really do them a favor. But in the summertime, you do not need to do feral cats because they carry rabies, distemper, all the diseases that the raccoons and foxes and wild dogs, any animal that's not taken care of. So please don't feed your feral cats. Or birds, I guess you can is fine with your birds. But in your mail, I got this today. Is a very, very nice literature about deer and that. And I wish you would take time to read about it, because they will come after you too, and they will hurt you, and or one of your children that's outside if they feel that they're threatened. Let me see. What else could I talk to you about? Voodoo.
You still have your cat. The cat.
Oh, Nitsa. Veterinarian. Taking your kitty cats to get their shots. Thanks, Dave, for reminding me. Taking them and getting them their shots. Very, very important. They have to have them. You know, if you have an old kitty in the house that's never goes out, and it's no chance of it getting out, and if it did, you could pick her up right away, okay. But your dogs and your cats really need the rabies, because we do have raccoons around, and skunks, and all it takes is one time. And distemper, if it's caught soon enough, it can be handled. But it's just a real favor to your pets to take them and have them done. If you can't afford to take them to the vet, most of the humane societies and animal friends have things going on that you could call and find out about. It's just a very kind and wonderful thing to do for them. Now, this is my little girl here, and her name was Nitsa. And she was born in 1997 or 96 until 2013. And we adored her. She was the mommy of 5 kittens. We got her from the Washington Area Humane Society. And she was a feral cat, just a little skin and bones. And she stayed in the house in the evening. She came in the evening. In the summertime, she'd stay out on the porch or around the back of the house. She never went far, because if we didn't let her out, she would tear up the house into a million pieces. You're not supposed to let them out, but we had to with her. She would hurt herself. But she was our best friend, but we never could we could pick her up, but she would just go like that. So we will miss her tremendously, and she was sent to us through the Washington Area Humane Society, and she was our joy. So I think I've covered just about all the things that I need to cover about our pets. Coming in, starting in probably in July, August, and September will be all of the Humane Society's get-togethers, is what I call them. And they'll be trying to raise money for their organizations, and there'll be cookouts and whatever. Please go to them. They are so much fun, and your little ones will just love it. And they'll have, each one has a different games to play, and different organizations there to give you some tips on how to take care of your pets. A lot of food companies will be there to talk to you. They're really, really fun to just throw the kids in the car and go for a ride and go visit, and you'll get to see so many different kind of dogs, and it's just really a blast. So that, I think, is about all the important things that I wanted to cover. Water is the most important thing in the summertime for your pets. Please, please, with all my heart. Taking care of their teeth, very important. And please walk them in the cool of the morning and the cool of the evening. If you can't, please walk them in the shade. Oh, and please pick up your waste. I know I see just about everyone now is very considerate, and they use their plastic bags. But please don't just let your dog mess somewhere and not pick it up. So I guess this is what I really had to get off my chest. I want to thank you all for when I'm in the store and you come up and tell me the most wonderful stories about your pets. You really make my day. Some of them are very heartbreaking because you've lost them. And some of them are really funny because you've just got your first puppy and you really didn't realize what it was going to be like to have a puppy. I really do appreciate all of you, and I love all of you for loving your pets. If you see one that's endangered, please call the police, call whatever is in your community, and try to get them help. There are dogs that are being abused right in their backyards, and you don't realize it. So please, because they're so frightened and beaten and scared, so please do that for them too. Like always, I love you, and thanks from all the tail waggers.
Hello everyone, I am Fiore, host and producer of Outtakes with Fiore here on BPTV, and it's not going to be too long. Short period of weeks before Outtakes celebrates its 500th episode. Now, in the research I've done, 500th episode is going to be a milestone not only for BPTV, but also for film review shows all across the nation. And we'd like you to be a part of it. If you've been a fan of the show for a good number of years, or if you've been a recent fan, we're inviting you to be part of the 500th episode show. All you need to do is give station director Dave Cable a call at this number, 412-831-3304. That's 412-831-3304, and you can come down to the studio and make your own taped greeting that will be part of the 500th episode. I know I'm going to be there. It's a milestone. Why don't you be part of it too? Call Dave Cable today at 412-831-3304.